Yeah. Or Australia. So, you get a lot of travel, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the world, you definitely can. I've been to 30. My last trip, 36, 37. I lost count. I try to like sit there and like, all right, where am I? Sometimes I don't remember because I party too much, right? But you get to see quite a bit.
So if you go to these places, you have extra time to go.
Yeah, so like your ship's out to sea for a couple months, right?
Yeah.
And not like for like a couple months at a time. Every couple of weeks you'll go to port. Sydney, Australia, Bangkok, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Seychelles, South Africa, Dubai, Middle East, Naples, Italy, Morocco, Croatia, Spain, Iceland. It's awesome. And when you're there, the ship only pulls in one thing. Go have some fun.
Oh,
We can replenish ships out to sea all day. We get fuel, and everything out to sea. Ships pulling in ports now, sailors let them go crazy. They let them go crazy for 4 or 5 days when they get 4 days. So you get 4 or 5 days off and let loose because they just stay in hotels. Yep. They got hotels out there, and all these things, and they'll have tours. And you'll be able to go and partake in the local cuisine, local weather,
right.
just whatever you want to do. It's kind of like, but be responsible. You'll see some 18-year-olds, acting like they're 12. You'll see some 30-year-olds acting like they're 18. But don't let that ever. Enjoy the culture, enjoy the food, enjoy the lifestyle. As you're, of course, don't ever lose focus. That's the thing. Work hard, like hard. So you gotta enjoy it. Like I said, you have to take that. Questions right now? So, I'll make copies of all your stuff. So if you want to give me your stuff, and what I'll do is I'll start drafting up some paperwork for you. Are you free tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. So today I'm going to give you call our background team. And are you okay with coming in on the inside? I'm talking about guys. I'm going to give you a call. Are you all right with coming on the inside? I mean, I guess I would like to speak to. We're gonna have a good talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess before.
Yeah. I'll have him give you a call this evening. I'm not sure what his schedule is, and I know he is on. Yeah, I will. I know he's on the base, Air Force base. So I'll touch base with him, see where he's at. What's up? Okay. Okay. So give him the top piece.
Real quick, is there any restaurant nearby?
Yeah. Gotcha. Easy day. I know. I'll give you water. I got your transfer. Okay. And how's the
That is the worst one ever.
Okay, sounds good, man. Just keep me updated. Okay. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Were you able to finish your background check? Okay. So whenever you get a chance, you can just bring it by or. Okay, that works. All right, man. Good job, and then we'll go from there. Okay. All right, you're welcome, man. Have a good one. All right, bye. Damn, if only that dude wasn't stuck on spec. Both my dudes, both my people had to do this. Stuck on spec. No, of course not. Because I have an interview coming in.
Yes, so do I.
Okay.
You gonna do my interview too? You can't do 2 interviews at once? I thought you were a recruiter. see. Cloudfilter, Chavez, Finnegan, and Trio. Let's see. Where am I? 1, 2. I will put this here. All right. Okay, everyone. We will be starting momentarily. Please go get your counterparts. Get your future sailors. Get your friends. Get everybody on here so that we can all have a good study session. Okay? We're going to be talking about aircrafts and ships today. So, what time is it? Someone help me out with the time. Can everybody hear me? Someone say Roger if you can hear me. Awesome. Oh, you little son of a biscuit-eating wombat. All right. We'll be starting in about 7 minutes. All right. So stay tuned. Get everybody else in here. We got 7 people. There's 40 people in our debt pool.
South Carolina, Florida, Chicago, Washington State, Southern California, Texas, Washington. Sometimes we go to multiple schools and multiple locations. All those travel expenses are non-deductible. We cover all that. Anytime you got to move, the Navy will always pay for it. Once you get family and everything, and have a family and kids and all that, no matter what. I think I've heard of some kind of program or whatever where I don't know if it's after you're out or while you're in it, where you pay like $1 down payment on the house. Is that right? So it is we call it VA level. It's actually you pay nothing. Okay. And how it is, it's not necessarily a loan. It's guaranteed that you qualify for a guarantee. So it's not that easy. But it varies from the different things, how much you find it. It doesn't require you to send 30% policy. Same thing with ports, which is really nice. Yeah, really nice. But that's available to you after 180 days. 2 months. VA loan. There are some co-pays, but you said it was on that, only on that reserve program. Reserve does have awesome medical.
All right. How many people are here? We got 12 people. Awesome. We're almost there. We got 13 people. All right, let's see. Yazi, Serrano, Ramirez, Vo, McIntyre, Chavez. Where's Albers? Where's everybody? There's all. Oh my god. All right. Give everybody one more minute. All right, everybody. We're going to do something real quick. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, almost. Perfect. All right, everybody, we're going to get this thing started, get this show on the road. We got 12 people here. It's kind of a horrible turnout, but it is what it is. Got to get started. For any of your Future Sailor friends that are not here, you can go on this YouTube channel and look at any of the YouTube videos from the past. That way you can get a little more training. Today's training is going to be on aircraft and ships, but if you've been here before, you already know how our DEP meetings start. If you're new here, basically the structure of the DEP meeting will go, we do the Sailor's Creed first. We then go over some introductions of new future sailors. We'll go over the topic, go over some different stuff that we want to go over, some different topics. And then end it with some outros and some departures of the future sailors that have been here that are getting ready to leave. And then we'll end the DEP meeting. Shouldn't be too long. We'll try to make it short and sweet. Try to give out as much information as possible. If anybody has any questions, please leave them in the comments or the chat. That way, if we can answer them, we can. Let's see. Everybody's here that's going to be here. So we're going to get started with the Sailor's Creed. Everybody, attention to the Sailor's Creed. I am a United States sailor. I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, and I will obey the orders of those appointed over me. I represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone before me to defend freedom and democracy around the world. I proudly serve my country's Navy combat team with honor, courage, and commitment. I am committed to excellence and the fair treatment of all. Hoo-yah! All right, move this back over here. Hopefully everybody did that. Hopefully everybody did it loud enough for me to hear. When you're doing the Sailor's Creed, make sure that you are enunciating everything as best as possible. Don't go too fast. Don't go too slow. You just kind of keep up with the pace of everybody else. Okay? First things first, we have a lot of new future sailors. I personally, I apologize, but I don't know everybody. It's a little easier when we have everybody together in the debt meeting, because then we'll have everybody take one step forward. That way they can kind of stand out. They'll let us know a little bit about themselves, what their job is, what their ship date is, what school they go to, what their hobbies are, stuff like that. But for everybody that's new, we have the WhatsApp. Hopefully you've been told what that is. Everybody, all of you have been introduced on the WhatsApp. Everybody will say, hey, welcome, future sailor, congratulations, yada, yada, yada. The WhatsApp is used so that we can connect with our future sailors and so that you all have a way to be able to communicate with each other so that you can give out tips and tricks on your different study material, your study habits, the way you work out, to kind of motivate each other. Sometimes we'll put out little quizzes and kind of see who can answer the questions without having to go into a book and go on Google. But welcome all of you new future sailors. You're in the world's greatest Navy. We here take care of each other, but we can't take care of you unless you say something. So if you're having trouble, if you have any concerns, if you need help studying, help working out, help trying to lose weight, or help trying to stay healthy, please ask, speak up, okay? Because if your future sailors can't help you, that's what your recruiters are here for, so that we can help you as well, okay? So we're going to go over the U.S. Navy ships. There are basically 7 to 8 types of Navy ships, 7 types of ships, and then we have submarines. Okay, so the different types of ships, first one we're going to go over is aircraft carriers. So that's the biggest Navy ship that we have. CVN, that is nuclear powered. Their mission is to carry out, launch, and retrieve aircraft at sea, hence the name aircraft carrier. There's a very long flight deck on board. There's a very large number of people on board. It's basically like a floating city. The next one is cruisers, CG. Mission is to protect battle groups from surface and air attacks, as well as conduct land attacks. The G is designated as a guided missile, so it's a guided missile cruiser. Okay, destroyer, which is a DDG. The mission is to detect and engage enemy submarines, aircraft, and surface ships, conduct land attacks, and perform patrol, search, and rescue operations. So the G again stands for guided missile. So guided missile cruiser, guided missile destroyer. Those are the two smaller ships, I guess. Frigates is FFG. The mission is to escort other ships to protect them from submarines and perform coastal patrols. Pretty self-explanatory. If you want a little more in-depth detail on the ships, there's plenty of stuff on YouTube. You can, there's always stuff on the History Channel, but you can definitely just Google U.S. Navy ship history, and you should be able to find everything that you need. As well as, if you want more information from us, come into the office, ask us for training, ask us questions, okay? As well as on here on the live chat, if you have any questions, please ask them, okay? Let's move on. LCS, which is a littoral combat ship. The mission is to perform anti-marine, escort other characters. Let me start that over. Mission is to perform anti-submarine. Escort other ships to protect them from submarines and perform coastal patrols. So perform anti-submarine attacks, I guess. Let's see, mine warfare ships. The mission is to clear mines from vital waterways. Mine countermeasure ships with SCM, and then the coastal mine hunters, MHC, basically the same type of ship. Find and destroy moored and bottom mines, which is the mine countermeasure ship, and then the coastal mine hunters detect and locate highly sophisticated mines. They're both used for the same thing: find mines and try to get them to not explode when we go through. Very important. Some of you are going to be going on to a mine ship, so that's that type of ship. Each ship has its own specific task. Okay, and these missions, you're gonna have to answer these in boot camp. You're gonna have a test on what mission goes with which ship. Okay, so now we go into amphibious ships, and there are different types of amphibious ships. Okay, the mission is to land large number of personnel, equipment, and supplies on enemy shores. Basically, to transport items from one place to another. And then the different types of amphibious ships are LHA, LHD, LPD, and LSD. That's a general purpose amphibious assault ship, multi-purpose, amphibious transport dock, and then dock landing ship. Okay. Now we go into submarines. We have the attack submarines, SSN. Their mission is to locate, destroy enemy ships and submarines, conduct land attacks. And that's it. The ballistic missile submarines, SSBN, is their mission is to launch ballistic missiles for attacks on enemy land targets. All right, and then number 3 is guided missile submarines, SSGN. Their mission is to locate and destroy enemy ships and submarines and launch guided missiles for attacks on enemy land targets. Let's see. Then we have some auxiliary ships. We have submarine tenders, which are service submarines, fast combat support ships, and then salvage ships. Okay. But the main ships are over here. They're the amphibious assault ships, mine ships, little combat, frigates, destroyers, cruisers, and aircrafts. Anybody have any questions? Cool. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get some more people in here. Nobody's coming. Okay, so we're going to get Chief Willett to talk about aircrafts in a little bit, but I will let him go over all of that on his own time. I haven't seen many of your guys' homework, which is a little unnerving because when you're told to do something, you should do it, especially when it's coming from a superior petty officer or someone that is here to help or to lead you. Okay. The last week's homework was a video on facing movements and then a paper on your biggest influencer and how they influenced you to join the Navy. Okay. Not many of you did that. If you haven't done it yet, please do so now. Okay. The homework for this week is pick a specific class of ship, and then in that specific class of ship, pick a specific ship with a name and tell me how that ship got its name. For example, LPD-18, which is the ship that I was on, USS New Orleans. That is an amphibious ship. It's a it's an amphibious transport dock. And what I would do is I would basically just explain how my ship got its name. Okay? So everybody do that. On top of that, I want you to explain to us. Let me think. Explain to us how we can make the debt meetings better. Explain to us how we can make this this time in the delayed entry program easier for you guys. Okay, don't just give us one sentence and tell us everything's fine. Give us a full paragraph, at least 3 to 5 sentences, telling us how we can improve our work here so that we can make this more interesting for you and make it be able to give the information out a little better. Okay. go over the different categories of aircrafts now. We have fighter, we have submarine patrol, anti-submarine, and then transport, special electronics / reconnaissance, and then helicopters. So each aircraft has a specific designation, like the C-130 or F-18. So everything has a specific letter, which means something. So fighter, attack, A. So F-A. So you have the F-18 Hornet, which is what? A fighter jet, right? We know that because F is attack. Okay, so then we have the AVAB Harrier by blah, 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 blah. Let's see. So I'm going to go over the different designations. F is F for fighter. Transport is C. So if you have the C-2A Groundhog or Greyhound, obviously that's a delivery ship. We have the special electronics, which is E, which stands for reconnaissance. So we have the E-2C Hawkeye, which is used for radar for early warning of approaching enemy aircraft, missiles, ships, and submarines. Helicopter, which is H. So we have the SH-60 Seahawk, anti-submarine warfare and search and rescue. So S stands for search, maybe. Let's see. C, cargo. E, electronic warfare. F is fighter. M is multi-purpose. N, as in November, special test, permanent. P is patrol. R is reconnaissance. T is trainer. U is utility. A is attack. So we're going over, that was the fixed wing. Is everybody getting this? Hopefully. They all basically have the same thing. Been on it for a half hour. As well as that, we're also going to go over a little bit of U.S. naval history. Okay, so I'm going to give it a second. I'm going to give you guys 20 seconds to tell me what the Navy's birthday is. Go. Just write it down in the chat. I hope I'm not talking to myself. There we go. October 13th, 1775. Correct. Thank you very much, Ariana. So this Prosiac language, drafted on 13th October 1775 by the Continental Congress, constitutes the Navy's birth certificate. Resolved that a swift sailing vessel to carry 10 cartridges of guns and a proportional number of swivels with 80 men be fitted with all possible dispatch for a cruise of 3 months, and that the commander be instructed to cruise eastward for intercepting such transports as may be laden with warlike stores and other supplies for our enemies, and for such other purposes as the Congress shall direct. Resolved that another vessel be fitted out for the same purpose. So that was basically what the Navy was. It was so that we could make sure that people weren't going to hurt us because we couldn't do it on land alone. Let's see. Can someone tell me what the turning point of the Navy was in World War II? What battle was the turning point for the Navy in World War II? The Battle of Midway. Correct. Hopefully everybody else is looking on here and hopefully is getting a little bit of knowledge here. All right. Battle of Midway. Yep, correct. Future Sailor Van Heck. Way to go. Good job. So, like I said before, make this pretty short. There's no need to drag this out any longer. What I do want to say is COVID-19, I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing about it. Make sure that you're staying safe. Make sure that you're social distancing. Make sure that you are continuing to stay healthy. Wear a mask whenever out in public. And if you come in contact with anybody that has COVID-19, if you feel like you have come in contact with COVID-19, or you feel like you need to be tested or have been tested or are going to be tested, let your recruiter know. Okay, don't do this under the belt so that no one knows about it, because if you get sick, then that could be very bad for you. You know, we want to make sure that you stay healthy. We want to make sure that we can do everything that we need to as recruiters for you. As well, we have our recruiters up north, Petty Officer Busby. They have their DEP meeting. They have study groups every Tuesday and Thursday at 1800. I want you all to go as much as you can. It will be mandatory that you go to at least one, either Tuesday or Thursday, and you need to let your recruiter know when you've gone, because we don't have these DEP meetings. We can't guarantee or we can't verify that you all are getting together for study groups, and we don't want you all to get together for study groups, but we want to be able to have as many virtual study groups and as many chances for studying with your future sailors as possible. So Tuesdays and Thursdays on 1800 on Zoom, there's always a link being put on the WhatsApp for it. So this Tuesday, which will be tomorrow at 1800, look for that Zoom app, look for the link. That way you can get on that study group. Okay. Would that kick us off the program? If we do get tested negative, it will not kick you out of anything. If you get tested or got tested and you forgot to tell us, you know, you got tested a month ago and you tell us now that you got tested a month ago that it came back negative, it's not really going to do anything. We just need to know so that if anything does happen and you do test positive and your ship date is soon, that we can make sure that we can do what we can to either save your ship date or push it back so that we can make sure that you don't lose your spot in the program. Okay. Right now is about the time that we usually go and work out, but we can't work out right now because, well, me working out with you over the over computer probably wouldn't be too good. I will wait for more questions before I leave here, but usually what we do is we will get our future sailors that are departing, where this will be their last DEP meeting. Congratulations for making it this far. You're almost out of here. You get to go off and do great things in the big, big world outside of New Mexico, and we are very happy for you here. Hopefully, we've been able to change your lives and been able to make it a little better. Hopefully, you leave the delayed entry program a little smarter, a little more motivated, and a little more dedicated to yourself, because we want to make sure that not only are you going to be an asset to the Navy, but you're going to be an asset to yourself. We don't want you to stay complacent and stay comfortable. Okay, we want to make sure that we're continuously pushing you. We can't push you unless you push yourself. Okay, all of you future sailors that are leaving, please leave your knowledge here for future sailors. If you have study tips, if you have health tips, if you have flashcards or any type of study material that you want to leave in the office so that you can give it to other future sailors or so that we can hand it out to other future sailors at DEP meetings, please give it to us and let everybody know in the WhatsApp how you were able to get to where you got. Okay. You all are doing a great job. and staying safe and continuing to study. Your integrity is very high. So it's a good job on you guys. Okay. Our future sailor of the month. We need to do one of those. So, you all are future sailors of the month. At this point, there's not much we can do about that. We can't really see you guys. There's not much we can do with awards, but you all get future sailor of the month. Congratulations. You all are the best. I'll stay on here for another 2 minutes waiting for any type of questions or if I think of anything else that needs to be put out. Okay, don't leave me sitting here by myself. I know a lot of you are new. I know a lot of you may have questions. So please, if you have any questions, please ask them. As well, now that I'm thinking about it, we are going to be having a switch in leadership. So we want all of you that want a leadership role to volunteer. And don't say it on here because we probably won't look at it. Text your recruiter, let them know that you want to be in a leadership position. We have leadership positions that take on more of a bigger role. And then we have leadership positions that take on a leadership position, but it's not as big, where it's kind of condensed. Okay, we're going to need a master in arms. We're going to need a yeoman. A yeoman is one that takes care of all the paperwork for all the future sailors for the debt meeting. Master in arms makes sure that everybody's staying out of trouble, makes sure that everybody and keeps everybody in line at the debt meeting. I believe we already have an RPOC and an AROC. We need section leaders, port and starboard. Those are the people that get together study groups that help with training, any type of training outside of the debt meeting. You guys should be trying to get together or trying to train at least 3 times a week outside of us talking to you. All right. So we're going to go over some studying or some a quiz real quick. Let's see what kind of ship is a DDG. See if you guys remember what I said. What kind of ship is a DDG? Guided Missile Destroyer. Thank you very much, Future Sailor. That was a good one. What is a CVN? Guided Missile Destroyer. Tracking missile ship. Guided missile ship. Aircraft carrier. Aircraft carrier. Good job, Future Sailor. I'll let everybody else get caught up. Awesome. Aircraft carrier. Looks like you guys got it. It's good, good, good. All right. Let's see what's next. What is Now, I'm not going to ask you what kind of. I don't want you to tell me what kind of ship this is. I want you to tell me what class of ship this is. LPD. What class of ship is an LPD? What class? There we go. Amphibious. Yes, you're right. An LPD is an amphibious ship, along with LHD, LSD, LHA. Let's see. We have different aircraft abbreviations. Okay, so letters mean that they have a specific task. So, what does the letter C stand for? And the C2A Greyhound. What does the C stand for in C2A Greyhound? C stands for cargo. You are correct. Cargo, cargo, cargo. Yes, yes, yes. Haha. All right. Here's one. Okay. What does the F stand for in F-18 Super Hornet? What does the F stand for in F-18 Super Hornet? Yep, you are correct. What is an LCS? Literal combat ship. Correct. All right. Last question. All right. Last question. What is CVN 68? What kind of ship is it? And what is its name? What kind of ship is it? And what is its name? You are correct. Future Sailor Vo. USS Nimitz. So every ship will have a designation and a number. So you could have CVN 23. You could have CG 45, DDG 2, FFG 1, LCS 8. That number signifies the how many ships there are. So that isn't how many ships are commissioned at that time. So I'll use my ship for example, LPD 18. That is the 18th LPD in that class that has been built. That does not mean that there are 18 LPDs on the water at this time. Okay. Now LPD 1 through 5 could be decommissioned, and then LPD 8 could be decommissioned as well. And then you still have 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then you may have some other decommissioned ships in between there. It just means that that was the 18th ship that was made. You're never going to have the same designation number or designation for a ship. You're not going to see 2 LPD 18s. You're not going to see 2 CVN 1s. That's why they go up all the way to triple digits. So just remember that each ship that has been made has a specific behind it on why that ship was named that ship. There may be a specific way that they come up with different ships. Maybe these class of ships are named after this. These class of ships are named after that. That's also what I want you to put into your ship. Like I said, the homework. Pick a specific ship class, pick a specific ship out of that class, and how did they come up with that name? That name, they could have come up with it from, it could just be something simple, could be something a little more complex, as well as tell us how we can improve our mentoring and our debt meetings, okay? We also have our study groups, which will be held by Santa Fe's delayed entry program. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1800 on Zoom. Okay, and just give me 2 more minutes.
So what was the Naval Academy exactly? Naval Academy is like you're on it today. Oh, yeah.
There's only a maximum of 14.
How would you say anywhere right here is fine? What's that?
All right, everybody. That'll be all. Everybody have a good
Homework, don't forget
I
homework.
already got it. Everybody have a good day. And we will see you soon. Stay healthy and make sure that you schedule a face-to-face mentoring with your recruiter. Peace.